Hello. Welcome to Maker Studio. I'm Cheryl and I create over on the Home of My Making page. So I'm on the Maker Studio Facebook page today to show you a Valentine stencil. So it's coming. Before you know it, January will be over. So this particular stencil is called Love Covers All. Look at all those little stencils on here. So you got a lot going on. You got like about 8 stencils and then a little bit of a graphic stencil that has the X and O. So there's so much you can do with this stencil. So I want to show you a really cute project for Valentine's Day, or you could use this for any other time of the year. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a little canvas or a linen little pouch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just some blue painter's tape, and I am going to just mask off a square on here. Now, if you're just hopping on, don't forget, we always have a giveaway for these stencils. And if you tag 3 friends in the comments below and share this tutorial, you will be in the drawing for this stencil. So don't forget to do that. So I hope you guys are all surviving this winter we got here. So basically what I'm doing is I just want to get a squared off piece of the center of this pouch. I'm kind of eyeballing it, not really measuring it. I just need a square. I tried to, let me see, try to center it a little bit, but you can measure it if you want. So basically what that's going to do is keep my product from getting anywhere else that I don't need it. So what I'm going to do is gel art ink. Now gel art ink is formulated for fabric and it could be permanent. And how you would do that, like if I was going to put this pouch into the washing machine after I'm done, I would heat set this after I'm going to put on the stencil. But let me show you. I'm not going to have to heat set it because 10 to 1 this is not going to go into a washing machine. But I will instruct you if it has to. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to take some of the Bless His Heart gel art ink and I'm going to take a little bit of white. I want to make this a pink color. So back to basics. Red and white makes pink. So I'm actually taking the Bless His Heart and the Well I Declare gel art ink, and I'm gonna mix it and just make a custom color. I'll know if I need to add more white by the color. I like to start out just with a little bit because if I need to add more white, I can do that. So it is getting a little bit lighter, but I do need to add some more white. I love mixing colors and being able to come up with a custom color. So I always suggest buying primary colors in the gel art ink. This way you have more variables when it comes to making a custom color. So if you notice, it turned pink, right? From the red and the white. It's exactly what I wanted it to do. I am going to add just a little bit more because I don't want to run out of product when I'm doing this, because I'm not writing down my ratios. So that's one thing. If you do make custom colors and you need to make more, I would tend to do it in a ratio that you can remember. But right now I'm just mixing the 2 colors and getting a actually a pretty pink. Just want to make sure it's all incorporated. I don't see no red streaks or white. Then I know that I got it incorporated. So here's what I'm going to do. So remember, I took this little pouch. It's a cotton pouch. It's kind of a creamy color, but I'm going to take the foam dome brush and I'm going to dip it into this gel art ink. And that's how I'm going to apply it into this square. That's why I taped it off, because I don't want it to get anywhere else. So I'm going to make sure it gets all onto the bottom of this foam dome brush, but I'm gonna tap it out so that I don't get too much, and I'm just going to apply it in a pouncing motion. I do want pretty much full coverage of this, so just go back and get some more. I am going away from the tape line, so I'm not pushing this way, I'm pushing out so it doesn't bleed underneath there. And basically what the effect is I want to achieve is just a square of this pink on top of the cotton bag. So there you go. So I'm going to just put this to the side. Now I am going to pull this off, and you'll see where I taped off, I now have a square. Now, normally what I do is, and I knew it wasn't going to bleed particularly in this pouch, but you would put something in there so it doesn't come out the other side. Okay, so I didn't do that because I knew it was kind of thick, but if you're doing some materials and you don't want it to come on this side, you would put that cardboard in there. I did not do that, but it didn't bleed. So that's where I'm at now. Now, I'm going to take a heat gun really quick and try to get that dry. You don't have to do this step because you could walk away for a couple of hours and your ink will be dry. I need to continue. So here's what I'm going to do. I already did one. I had a white bag, a white cotton bag, and I did the same thing, but I used the Bless His Heart ink full strength. So that was the gel art ink full strength. This color combination was the Bless His Heart and the Well I Declared mix to achieve this pink color. So it's drying. Again, you could either let it set for a couple of hours and it dries. I'm just using the heat gun because I need to move on to the next part of the project. So here it is. I have 2 of them done now. Again, this was just the Bless His Heart that I did ahead of time, so this one's already dry. I did mask it off. I put this in there to do this one. This one I did not. Just be sure you put a layer in between there so you don't get it on your surface or to the back of the bag. Now, what I'm going to do is, let me just move all my stuff out of the way, and I'm going to use the black gel art ink in Can't Never Could and the Well I Declare. Now, remember that beautiful stencil that I showed you? So again, if you're just hopping on, we give these stencils away when we do these tutorials, so go ahead and tag 3 friends in the comments below and share this tutorial, and you could be in the drawing. So what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to take it out of this little pouch. So the care for these stencils is pretty straightforward. They are a reusable mesh stencil and they're adhesive. So you would take it off its back. Now before I do so, now normally with a stencil like this that has a lot of different stencils, I go ahead and cut them and leave them on their back individually. I'll show you what I mean. I'm just gonna cut the ones right now that I need or I want to use. So I'm gonna use one that says, we love first because he loved us. John 4:19. So these are little cut lines right here, okay? When you have a stencil like this that has many different stencils on the sheet, there's usually a cut line so you can follow along so you could cut it out in sections. Now normally some of the stencils are this big. You would just leave it in its whole state and then you could peel it off its backing. But first thing I'm going to do is cut it and then I'm going to peel it off its backing, and you always save the backing so that you can put it back on after you wash it. Okay, so I got the 2 sections that I want to do. Now I am going to put this under here when I do this. I'm going to take the one that says, we love because he first loved us. I'm going to now layer it on top of that part of the gel art ink that is already dried. You have to wait for it to dry to do this. And now I'm going to take a little squeegee and a little bit of the Can't Never Could gel art ink. Actually, I'm not going to do this color. I'm not going to do this color. I'm going to do the white. And there's a reason I wanted to do that. That's the color combination I wanted on here. So this is called Well I Declare. I am going to put a little bit on here. It's funny, when you do the white on here, it's almost going to look like I did that paint around the wording because the background is white. Okay, so here I'm just going to take the spreader and press through, making sure. Now I could see the white going through because it's changing the background from red to white. I am making sure I'm not getting it on any other part of the stencil or the fabric that I don't want it to. If you wanted to tape that off because you thought you might go offside of the stencil, you can, but I'm just being mindful not to get any of this ink anywhere else that I don't want it to go. Just add just a little bit more to my squeegee. And I'm going to go and make sure that I have it covered everywhere, that I don't see none of the red color coming through, which is the color of the paint that or the gel art ink that I put on the little pouch. I'm going to put that to the side, and now I'm going to take it off. So there you go, simple and easy. Now this is a reusable stencil. So what I need to do, I'm gonna put it in a water bath, but you would go rinse it under the sink real quick. Now I'm just gonna remove this from here, and I'm going to take this and put it in here and apply this stencil to this pouch. So I'm making two of them as I'm going along. And that's when I'm gonna take the Can't Never Could black gel art ink, and I'm going to use it on this stencil on the off-white pouch that I put the pink little square on. And this is just a heart graphic, no words. The other one had a verse on it, and this one has nothing on it, just the graphic. Again, if you're just hopping on, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you could be in the giveaway for this particular stencil. So see how that looks? Now I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my heat gun that I threw on the floor and dry these. I want that other layer to be dry before I proceed. It dries pretty quick with a heat gun. Again, you could walk away from it and let it dry on its own. But because I'm on a live, I'm going to heat set it. So this makes a really fun project. It makes a really good gift, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So the next thing I'm going to do, I have some lavender, dried lavender flower. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of that dried lavender and I'm going to put it in this pouch. So basically what I'm making is a lavender sachet. So I had that pouch and I painted it with the gel art ink, and then I did the little stencil on that. And now it's got lavender in it. It smells. You could put these anywhere. You could hang them in your closet. You could put them in your drawer. You can give them away as a gift. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take a little bit of ribbon, and I'm going to just put a little bow around the top of it just to give it another little detail. But it makes such a cute little sachet that you kind of designed yourself, right? You put your little touch on it. I did the square cut out or framed out, and then put the gel art ink in between there, and then I put the stencil on top of that. Now I'm just going to add a little, just cut the end, a little bow. And again, this makes a cute little Valentine gift. It makes a little cute little hostess gift. So this particular one has the lavender flowers in it. If you don't like lavender, I'll show you what you can do. So you could take rice, just regular rice, and put that in your pouch. And if you have essential oils, all you have to do is take a little piece of cotton and put some essential oils on the cotton and stick it in the little pouch with the rice, and you'll have a sachet also. So there's two ways to do it. You could use the lavender, dried lavender, or you could use some rice with some cotton and a little bit of essential oils. So all I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to take this really cute, it's a heart ribbon, and I'm just going to tie that one around here. And then simple and easy little sachets made with some gel art ink and the Love Covers All stencil. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? It's actually gonna, well, that broke. I didn't know my own brute strength there. Let me try not to tie it so tight. I like this ribbon because it's got a little bit of hearts cut out on it, but I'm not going to tie it as tight as I did because apparently this ribbon, I didn't realize it, but it's actually made out of paper. So let me just tie that around there and make a little bow. And then you have these two little sweet sachets made with the gel art ink and the stencil and just some little pouches. So let me just cut that one to the end, maybe a little shorter. And there you go. So I have the one that has the rice in it with the little essential oil and the cotton. And then I have this one, which is the one with the lavender, dried lavender in it. So what do you think, guys? Isn't this just a cute little sweet project? Again, all you need to do is get some pouches that were cotton. I did get two different kinds. I got like a creamy color and a white, and then just draw the square on there, or you could tape it out and fill it in with the gel art ink, or do exactly like I did with the pouncing motion. You could do it with a brush too if you didn't have a pouncer, but let that dry and then go over it with a stencil. So I layered it with the gel art ink twice. I did the little square with a custom color of the Bless His Heart and the Well I Declare to get the pink. And this one I did the Bless His Heart straight and then put the stencil over it. So it's such a fun project. You should smell this room because between the essential oil and the lavender, it smells. I particularly like lavender, so I'm just going to stick these in my drawer, and I could hang one on a hanger, and I'll just have these really cute little pockets of goodness to hang and to smell. So again, you don't actually have to use this particular stencil for this project, but I think it makes a good Valentine little gift. Also, don't forget to tag 3 friends so you can be in the drawing for this particular stencil. So look at all the whole other part of the stencil that you can use for many other projects. So I hope you enjoyed this little project with the little bags with the either the lavender in it or essential oils with rice. You could fill it with whatever you want, if little candies, even if you didn't want to use it as a sachet, but it makes such a little cute gift. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, tag 3 friends and share this tutorial. So have a great day, guys.